If you're watching this video, then it means you are a beginner in trading and you want to know how to use MetaTrader 5. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so what is MetaTrader 5? What is MetaTrader? What is MetaTrader for? Well, when you're new to trading, you mostly hear about MetaTrader. Or someone will tell you, or your mentor will tell you, download MetaTrader, right? MetaTrader is simply the platform or the interface for traders to take trades, right? So the good thing about MetaTrader is that any broker at all can help their clients or users to connect their accounts to MetaTrader and place their trades there. And then you would see, basically your MetaTrader account and your broker's account will communicate. Okay, so when you take a trade on MetaTrader, if you have linked your account, when you take a trade on MetaTrader, you would see it on your broker's account. Okay, so the thing about MetaTrader is that when you're starting off fresh, you think it's complex. You'd be wondering how to take a trade, how to buy, how to sell, how to look for a currency pair, how to look for gold, how to look for indices, all of that. How to change the time frames, how to even design your charts. Maybe you don't like the custom, is it red and green? Yeah, maybe you don't like the custom red and green, so you probably want to change it to some other color. So in this video, I would go through the demo account creation, show you how to basic understanding of MetaTrader 5, and how to take trades, how to, I think the market is open right now, so we can try taking some trades and see how it works on MetaTrader 5. So yeah. Okay, so now we're on MetaTrader 5. Yeah, let me just show you how the app looks like. So this is MetaTrader 5. Okay, so when we come in here, we see a list of brokers, right? So these are the brokers I usually use. I think I might blur. Okay, no, I'll just leave them. Yeah, so you see a list of brokers here. If there's any other broker you want to search for, you can just type their name in the search bar. Maybe XM Trading. Okay, so something else has come. So you can search for it, and then that would give you access. When you click on their name or whatever comes up, then that gives you access to communicate to their broker. So what you want to do here is to create an account. So let's go to Meta Quotes, and then let's go to demo account. Great, so I already have my details here already. Then you just click accept. Now before you do that, let me explain. So basically here you can, at this point, you can use any detail you want, right? Because it's just a demo account. Mobile number, email, basically is data inputs, right? So the kind of data you're putting in there must be valid for this to go through. Okay, and then we have the server name, accounts type. So when you tap on accounts type, you can see Forex hedged USD, Forex hedged EUR, JPY. Basically, that is trying to say that you want your demo accounts to be in probably USD. Or if I change it to JPY, it means my accounts will be in JPY. So let's use GBP. Okay. Leverage. So leverage, let's use 1:100. Basically, leverage is where you kind of borrow money from the broker. Yeah, because in trading, you need a lot of capital to trade, right? You actually need a lot of capital. So the existence of brokers and leverage helps people like us to trade Forex, okay, with small cash, basically. And okay, so let's use a deposit of, let's say 20, okay, let's say 100,000 is good. Okay, and then what you do next, click accept, register, and then boom, your account has been opened successfully. So start. Yes, all is great. No, now good. So we have a couple of menu bars here. Okay, we have a menu bar here. We have a couple of tabs and menus here. So basically, the first one is what we call the quotes. So at the quote side is where you find all the markets that you probably want to trade. So you, by default, there's XAU USD, if you're starting from the bottom. So XAUUSD is this one here, and that is gold against the US dollar. Okay, so you can see gold versus the US dollar. So in this case, the gold is the XAU, which is the base currency, and US dollar is the quote currency, right? So through the quotes tab, okay, let's say you want to search for some other pair. Let's say you want to search for GBP, JPY. I don't see that here, so let's search. So you can come to Forex, you can go to metals. All these are, so you see gold versus the US dollar is on the metals. I mentioned indices, so you can come here, you can search for the indexes here, Nasdaq, stocks. So all of them, I mean, you can, whatever it is you're looking for, you can find it here. So let's go to Forex and search for GBP, JPY. So that'll be here, GBP. No, sorry, I said GBP USD. Okay, so GBP, that's here. Nice. So we tap on this, and once you select it, it's automatically adds to the list of currency pairs on your quote currency end. So let's go back, and then you see GBP USD here now. So that is the pound sterling versus the US. Basically, GBP is the base currency, and USD is the quote currency. Now from this quotes menu, okay, so you can add many more columns if you want. So this is what we call the bid ask. So let me explain what the bid and ask is, right? Bid is, I think bid is how much you want to buy. Okay, so when you go to a Forex bureau, right? When you go to a Forex bureau, this is what happens. They have a price they will sell a currency to you at. And if you also want to sell a currency to them, there's a price that they will buy at. Okay, so for whatever it is, it's the same thing here, right? There's a bid and then there's an ask, and then the difference between the bid and the ask is the spread. So for instance, let's say you want to sell a currency to them. Let's say you want to sell let's do gold. Okay, so let's say you want to sell 1 ounce of gold. They would probably buy it at that would be the rather the cheaper price. Okay, so they will buy it at the cheaper price, which is 499.80. Yeah, so if you are selling your gold to them, you would get into the trade or whatsoever it is as 499.06, right? And then if you want to buy from them, you will get in at 499, which is run as 4999.02. Okay, so basically the higher price is where you buy at. Okay, and then the cheaper one is where you sell at. Right, mixing it up. Anyways, I think I've mixed it up. I'll clarify, but yeah, that's basically the concept behind bid and ask. But usually in the charts, the difference between the bid and ask is really small. So sometimes you wouldn't see. It depends on your broker. Some brokers have high spreads, so you might do all your analysis and then get into the charts. Okay, let's just move on. That's something else from another day. So that's everything you see here at the quote side. If you want to add some more columns to it, you can add. So there's a bid and there's the ask, right? And then day percent basically is the percentage of gain or basically the percentage of rise or drop in that particular market. Okay, so so from this quote side, you can jump onto the chart. So let's say you want to go to the GBP USD chart. We tap on it and then we can tap on charts, right? Also, if you do not want to go to the chart side, you can just tap on trade. And once you tap on trade, it will take you to the trade menu or section where you can put your stop loss and your take profits, and then just click on your buy or sell. This here is where you can change the lot size. So if you want to use 2 lots or 3 lots, 23 lots or 50 lots, you can do all of that here, right? And then there's an option for instant execution. So instant execution is when you're in the market, and once you click on the buy, you want it to happen now. You want the trade to be taken now. Okay, then with the buy and sell limits, for those ones you can automatically set your entry points for a trade. So if for instance you have a busy day but you're looking to take a trade when price gets to a certain level, you can set your buy limit or your sell limit. So basically, let's go into the charts. So let's go into the chart now so you how that is done. So when we come to the chart side, on the right, you see there's a rectangular red and blue thing. So when you tap on that, it drops, it causes this little menu thing to drop. So we have a drop down, right? And then you see the sell and the buy. So this is like a shortcut to also take a trade whilst you are looking at the chart instead of going to the trade side to take a trade, right? So you can just come to the chart side and then instantly do all of that. So let's say, for instance, the way the market is looking, let me see. So let me sell gold. Let me sell 5 lots. So I accept. So we're selling gold 5 lots, and then let's sell again 1 lot. Let's sell again. Let's say 10 lots. Okay. Great. So we've sold gold at, so when we come to the trade side, you see all your active trades. So we sold gold at 5 lots, 1 lot, 10 lots, right? Now back to the charts. So when we come in here, and let's say this, so you see when I clicked on the buy, the trade was executed instantly. However, if I'll be busy and I plan that, okay, I want to take a trade around this level, this is what I would do. I would tap on the circular blue and red thingy. So that's what helps you to use the limit orders. So for a buy limit, you're basically saying that you expect price to come down to let's say the 4991.05, and when it gets there, it should trigger a buy trade for you. So you can set your stop loss and then your take profits and then place buy limits, and then it's done. So when price comes to the 4991.05, it would automatically take that trade for you. Consequently, or conversely, if we are taking, if you want to use a sell limit, it means you put your sell limit above where price is, and then if, for instance, you want to take the trade at 5020.25, then maybe stop loss here, take profit here, and then we do that, and then you just do the same thing, advance, and then place sell limit, and then it's done. So so in this case, or in this scenario, whatever you do, at least once you set the trade, it would be taken automatically for you when price gets there. So when we come to the trade side, you can see that the orders are there. So buy limits, sell limits has been placed. So let me clear them. So if you want to clear or you want to delete a limit order because maybe you realized, sometimes people can forget that they even sell limits orders. So if you don't want price to come and surprise you, then you can just come here, click on the trade and delete. Additionally, you can, if you want to modify a trade, modify your stop loss or your take profits, you can tap on modify position and then you do all of that. Okay. So sweet, the trade is running nicely. So let's delete the limit order. So you can actually swipe and then it's deleted, right? Or you can tap on it and then delete. Or fortunately, MetaTrader 5 has this option for bulk operations. So for bulk operations, we can say delete all orders or delete all orders or delete limit orders or delete XAU orders. So if we say delete limit orders, it would, if let's say you have 10 limit orders, it would delete all the 10 limit orders, right? If you say delete XAU USD buy limit orders, it would delete all the XAU USD buy limit orders. Okay, so instead of having you to go and tap on each of these orders one by one, right? So let's delete this now. Okay, so the trade is running nicely in profit. You can see on the chart here, we have the bullish candle and the bearish candle, right? So the bullish candle here is characterized by the color green, and then the bearish is red. Okay, so if let's say we want to close any of these trades, what we do is the same thing. We tap on this trade, close position, and then boom. Now the rest are okay. So let's leave the last 2 positions for a while. Let me see something. Okay, so now let's try and do some analysis on the charts. If sometimes you might not even have your laptop, you want to do some small analysis, maybe it's MetaTrader you have, that's all you have. You can use this +2 here, right? That helps you to check price, right? It helps you to see the price numbers against time. Okay, because you know the chart is price against time. So this can help you to check all of that. Maybe you want to see the open high of the candlestick, maybe all the details of a candlestick. Once you place the pointer on this, let's say you're placing a pointer on this red candlestick here, and you look at the top, you see 4994.76, 5000.48, blah blah blah. So basically that's the open, high, low, and closers. OHLC. Well, there's a format for that, right? So yeah, I'm not too sure what their format is, but when you use TradingView, you see the format clearly there. OH, you see O for the open price, H for the highest, or basically the high of that candlestick, L for the low of the candlestick, and C for close. Right now, I turn this off. So when you tap it, it comes on, and then when you tap it again, it goes off. So at that same point, at the top left, right below the drop down of the sell and the buy clicks, we have what you see, XAUSD, which is the name of the chart you're on, and then M15. So we call something time frames, right? Every candlestick is formed, has a lifespan based on the time frame you choose. So currently we're on the 15 minutes, right? So it means that every candle here is formed every 15 minutes. So if we use this tool again, right, we can check. Right now we're highlighting this current candle, and you can see it was formed at I think the timing here is wrong, but it's showing here as 9:30, which is actually 7:37. So basically, let's just say the candle was formed at 7:30. Now the one before that would be formed at here, nice, 7:15, but in here 9:15, and then back again you'd see at 9 p.m. or 7 p.m. Let me change the time frame to the 1 hour. So when I change this to the 1 hour, you see here, when I change to the 1 hour, you see that the chart changes, right? The candlesticks look different now. Why? Because across the time frames, the candlesticks look different. They are formed, they have a lifespan based on the time frames they are on. So you are not going to get the same pattern that you are seeing on the 15 minutes on the 1 hour, because they are not the same. They are different candles, right? So on the 1 hour, you see different candles forming. On the 15 minutes, you see different candles forming. However, they are all correlated in some way, okay, in some way. So we call something the multi-time frame analysis. So when you want to change the time frame, you can just select it at the top left, H4 for the 4 hour, D1 for the daily, let's say HW1 for the weekly, and then M1, that's MN, that's monthly. So you can see here, this is the March candle, 1st March, the second one, 1st February, 1st January, and then all the way back. So let's go to the 15 minutes, right? That's where we were. Now let's look at some of the tools and shapes you can use. So you see that here, see next to this F thing. So this F thing is where you can find the indicators, right? Average, directional, blah, blah, blah. There are so many indicators, right? So it depends on what you want to use. What is there? Let's say we want to use a stochastic oscillator. We tap on it and then click the good. Now you see the indicator at the bottom. Yes, so that's how it is. If you want to remove it, you just go back there. Let me see, reset. No, not resets, edits. Yes, so you go to edit and then delete, and then it's gone. Your chart is clean now. So yeah, whatever indicator you want to use, you can find it there. Indicators also help you in your analysis. You see some traders using it in their strategies. And then if you want to draw some shapes or lines, you want to mark out key levels, you want to mark support and resistance levels, supply and demand, or use the Fibonacci, you can find all of them here. So current stuff you can use are the horizontal line. You can change the color of the line if you want. Okay, so you can change the color. You can change the style. Maybe you want it short dashes, or you want it in plenty dots. I don't know what this type of line is called. And yeah, so these are the settings for that particular tool. If you want the rectangle, that's also here. You can select. So let's select the rectangle. let's say I want to use the rectangle on the chart. So I'll come here. I can just tap anywhere on the chart, and then the rectangle comes in here. Let's say I want to edit the rectangle. So I will come in here and style, under the style section. Let's say we change the hue to, okay, and then done. And now you can see the color of the rectangle has changed, right? If we go back there, let's say we want to use the Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci, you just tap anywhere on the chart and then it's done, right? You see your Fibonacci levels on there. If you want to delete it, you hold on the line. If you want to change the properties, anything about any of the drawings or the text you put on the chart, just tap and hold, and then this option here would be displayed on your screen, and then you can decide to copy. So if you don't want to draw the two again, you can just copy the two. If you copy, you see it duplicates itself. If you hold on the two again, this option comes. Let's say you want to delete, you want to style, so it helps you to style even on the charts, right? If we hold it again, properties, so it's showing you everything about the line you have drawn, where it starts from, where it ends, all of that, all the levels, blah 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 blah. If we go back there and then you want to delete, just delete. Or if you mistakenly tapped on the two or highlighted the two, you can just cancel, right? So let's clear all of this, clear this. Let's go and check. The trade is definitely in some crazy loss, right? Yeah, it is. Beautiful. So we've looked at the buy, instant execution. If you want to do your instant execution, just tap on the rectangular icon, then you get a sell and buy. You can change your lot size to 5, whatever it is you want to use, 0.02, and then just take your trade. Now, if you want to use a limit order, you can just do that here, right? And then place limit order. If we go to the trade section, the trade section is where you see your active or your live trades. So the trade was taken. So this first position here, you see XAUSD was sold at 5 with 5 lots. The entry price is the 499.43, and then where price currently is the 503.5. So that's the price that is fluctuating, right? Because the market is currently open and it's moving. So whilst it's moving, it's calculating your profit and your loss. Yeah, so your balance, so we started with a balance of 100,000, right? And then we closed our first trade with 306.96 pounds in profit. So once you close a trade, now you've secured your profits, and then it adds onto your balance, okay? And then the equity is, your equity basically calculates your live trades with your balance. So currently we are running at a loss of 1,006 something pounds, and when you subtract that from our balance, that's what the equity gives us, right? So the equity helps us to see how our current or live trades are affecting our balance, okay? A margin basically is how much you should have in your account to trade, right? Yeah, so that's the margin side. It's a whole complex thing, but it doesn't really, it matters, but you don't really need to stress yourself much about it here in this particular video. This is just a demo account. So when you come to the history side, then you can see all your trades. So you can't, the good thing about MetaTrader is that you can't edit it. So once you've taken a trade, it's there. If I come here and I close, let's say I close this position, right? And I want to tell someone that, oh, I'm a profitable trader and I don't make any losses. They can just come to my history, and there's no way I'll be able to delete this loss right here. There's no way. So that's the good thing about MetaTrader 5. It is transparent. Your history, your trade history is transparent. You see what you're doing, if you're getting better or not. And then when you tap on the timer icon on the far right corner, you can filter your trades to maybe the last 6 months, last 3 months, last week, today. But because we created this account today, so whatever we choose, we'll just see the trades that we just closed, right? And then you can filter to whatever symbol, basically the markets orders. So these are the limit orders I think we used. We use limit orders here. These are the instant executions. Yeah, so that kind of thing. Deals. Yeah. Okay, so history, trade, charts. Yeah, so I think we are done. Okay, maybe you want to change the layout of your chart. So you come to settings and then go to charts, right? And then you can change from maybe the candlestick to the bar to the chart. You see that right now the chart is in the bar chart form. When we come back to charts, then we can go back to candlesticks and then then the colors. So bar up, bar down, bull candle. See here, the bull candle is green. We can change the color if you want. Maybe you want it blue, and then the bear candle you want it maybe red, or let's say yellow, greenish. Okay, maybe this color, right? So we do that, and then we come. Yeah, so you can just certain attribute names. So bull candle, bear candle. That those ones are for the body of the candle. There's a bar up, bar down. I don't really know what those ones are. So you can just play around. You figure it out. Foreground, I believe that will have to do with the background, right? So if let's say you want to change it to purple, you should definitely see a purple chart. Where is the purple chart? Okay, maybe the foreground means something else. Yeah. So whatever. So there are so many things you can do on your chart. So just figure it out, right? There's also the volumes. If you tap on volumes, you should see the volumes thing showing on the chart. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing here. Okay, now some of the tools are, I don't really go to this section, so I don't really know what this is supposed to do. Anyways, so if you want to change the layout of your charts or any of that, just come to settings, go to charts and do that. If you want to change the language, maybe you don't understand the English, you want to use German, so let's choose Dutch, and then it restarts everything, and then okay, everything is still in English for maybe because it's a demo account, so that's why. Okay, it didn't. Okay, so Dutch. Okay, it's not changed. Anyways, so that's really it. If you want to create a new account from the section, you just tap on new account, then it opens the broker page, or where you can search for a broker or their servers, and then you can continue from there. So that is it for this session. Let's see our trade run back in profits, and then we close for the night. Okay, so I'll close in 10, 9, 8. If at the end of the countdown it doesn't go in profits, I'll just close it anyways. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and it's running away from our entry. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we close position with a loss of 800 and blah 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 blah. Close position, close, done. So at the end of the day, our total profits or loss is minus 628, blah blah blah. Our first trade was win, last two trades losses. So that's basically a short tutorial on how to use MetaTrader 5. I hope you guys figure the rest out from here. Basically how to edit the layout and anything else. Yeah, MetaTrader is really not complex. You just have to use it for some time and then you need to figure it out. So, and that's everything I have on MetaTrader for you. So we use MetaTrader 5. They have the MetaTrader 4 still existing on the App Store. So yeah, but most people are using the MetaTrader 5 now, but you can check the MetaTrader 4 if you want to. If there's anything you don't understand, try and find a way to contact me, or you can do some more research. But basically this video was just to give you basic understanding of how to navigate through MetaTrader 5 and how to do some basic stuff. And I hope it was
profitable to you guys. All the best.